So after showing you around in Cyprus a little bit and talking about the lifestyle in general, I actually wanted to talk about real estate here. And now that I have an expert next to me, he is actually the general manager of a construction company. How are you today, sir?
Thank you very much. How are you? Welcome to Cyprus, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm great. I feel amazing. Probably just because of the sun. What's going on with the weather here?
The weather in Cyprus is just like in heaven.
You can literally, we're in the beginning of November, and he just told me prior to the interview, he just told me that you can basically still go inside the sea at the end of November, which is insane.
Exactly.
If you'd be in Germany right now, you'd be freezing. So great. I love it here.
Exactly.
So I actually wanted to ask you a couple of questions, especially about real estate,
Yes,
since you're the expert. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are curious about those questions. So there's a trend going on right now. People are coming to Cyprus to buy real estate. What can you tell us about this new wave of investors?
As we're in Cyprus and we have these kind of weather for 340 days in Cyprus,
Yeah.
it's like it could be your second home, or it could be your investing money in property just to earn more money and invest and invest again.
This is an amazing place. You know, we've showed it a little bit in our video. It is basically like heaven. So I would, as a person, want to buy property here just to live here, or maybe come here for a vacation. But if I think from an investor point of view, then I would be questioning, do you think it is profitable to buy and invest here? Is it a good idea, and why so, if so?
Like, if you look at the prices of the properties in Cyprus, they are much more lower than the price of the properties compared with the European countries and the other high-trend countries for the property market. If you invest here 200,000 euros today, and you want to just for earning money, not to live in Cyprus, in 6 months' time, you can make a profit of nearly 30%. Nearly 30% in 6 months. And if you invest your money of 200,000 euros and you buy the land, not the land, the property, before it starts the construction, until the end of the construction, maybe you can have about 100% of profit at the end of the 3 years.
Wow.
So this is a very good point of investing.
Talking about profit, I'm very curious when we're talking about those numbers. What about the return on investment? Because as somebody who grew up in Germany and who has dealt with real estate a lot in his life, I can say that in European countries generally, you would wait about 30 years to have a return on investment to actually make profit off of the thing that you bought. How is it in Cyprus, since we're talking about way lower numbers?
Exactly.
You know, the properties you buy here, you would have to pay like 3 times the amount of money if you wanted to buy it somewhere else in the world.
Because Cyprus is a trending country right now.
Yeah.
The return of investment in Cyprus, North Cyprus, is about between 8 and 12 years, and this is a very
8 and 12 years.
8 and 12
Where do
years.
you find this? Like, how does that happen?
This happens because Cyprus, the property prices in Cyprus are very low comparing to the other countries now who the investors wants to invest. So you can double your money in for about 2.5, 3 years. So this makes it very logical to invest in North Cyprus. As you are buying a property in North Cyprus, you can these companies like us having rental management in Cyprus. So you have the ability to earn more money when you're investing in Cyprus. Like as you buy this house in this one of these units here, we can manage the rental management.
Yeah.
And as we are managing the rental management, you don't do anything else, but you just sit in your house and earn money.
But I'm assuming it depends on the down payment, right? Like if you pay a low amount of down payment, you probably don't have that option. Am I right? So how is the percentage?
You have 2 kinds of down payments. You have you can, for example, let's say we start a new project right now. We launched the project, and you want to be an investor, or you want to have your second house. The first option, 35%, and after that you can continue paying even monthly, once in 2 months or once in 3 months. So until the end of the construction, you can have a procedure of paying. You don't have to pay all in once.
Okay.
So this makes it more easier for the customers or the clients to buy houses for low prices and make a really nice profit at the end of 3 years, and maybe they want to sell it, they want to come and stay here. It's the both ways are possible. The other option is if you pay 55% of the property here,
Okay.
you can have a rental management as well.
Okay.
And with this rental management, for 2 years, the rental management contracts are for 2 years.
Yeah.
And the profit that you can make over rental management is between 7% and 8%. So this makes, for example, let's talk in numbers. You invest here about £100,000. Yes, because mostly currency we are using in property is in pounds. Let's say you spend about £100,000, and you make a contract of rental guarantee.
Yeah.
Every year we give you between 7 and 8% of rental guarantee, and this means about £16,000 for 2 years.
Yeah.
After the construction complete. So it's like you're making profit of 16%.
Okay.
So this is a very good option as well.
So the second option would be to pay 20% more in down payment to
Exactly.
get a rental guarantee for 2 years. So
Exactly.
we would be, if we did it this way, the second option you mentioned, we would be saving a lot of money.
Exactly.
Which sounds way better to me,
It
actually.
depends on the client's pocket, like
Yeah.
budget. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there are different kind of budgets, different kind of investors, clients, and etc. Yes.
Well, considering the fact that the prices are low compared to other countries in the world, one might ask, well, if I wanted to buy more than one property, maybe, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yes.
is there a limit? Can I do that? Can I just go ahead and buy 10 properties here? Is that possible as a foreign investor?
Nowadays, we have some discussions with the government for our clients to make them able to buy more than a property, more than one property, and I think we will end up with a nice conclusion.
Okay.
So you will be informed about, and everyone is going to be informed about the new news.
All right, great. Okay, I've been here now for 5 days in Cyprus, so I don't know much about it. Could you tell me, what are the advantages of living in Cyprus, actually?
Well, let's start with this one. Cyprus is 1 out of 10 most safest countries all around the world. So the first reason that you can buy a property in Cyprus is this option that you have. Like it's the 1 out of 10. So, and it's very calm. You have, as I mentioned before, 340 days of sunshine in the sky. And the lowest temperature here is about maximum is 2 degrees, 3 degrees in the winter, and
So it
in
never
summer-
snows?
No, not much. Not
Okay.
much. Like you are always in holiday in Cyprus.
All right.
When you have a property in Cyprus, you're always you're in holiday. And the second thing that you have a lot of activities that you can do in a very short or very small area. Like as we are in Girne right now, you can do water sports, you can do climbing, you can do paragliding, and every other sports that you want to do, you can do. And the most important thing to live in Cyprus is we're cheap. Like as comparison with a European country, we're cheaper than European countries.
I've talked to a couple of people who live here, and they told me they don't even lock their doors when they go out, right?
Exactly. No
So you
locking
just-
doors of houses, no locking doors for the machines, for the cars. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a relief to be able to just not lock your
Exactly.
door and leave your apartment or house like that, right?
Exactly. We
Wow.
used to live like this. before.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm questioning, let's say I bought a property here.
Yep.
What kind of perks would it have? What kind of privileges would I have? Like, would I have insurance? Would I be able to get a residence permit, or maybe even citizenship? How does that work? Can you tell me?
In Cyprus, when you buy property, we don't give citizenship.
Okay.
What you can have resident permit, and you can do insurances here, both for yourself, for your house, your property, your everything. You can insure everything that you buy or that you own. So the only difference between rather than having a citizenship, you can have your all rights here.
Okay. Basically, you don't actually need the citizenship, because with a residence permit, you would have all the
Exactly.
privileges, all the advantages that would
Exactly.
actually, you know. All right, I get it. So, but I don't like. I am single, so I can't really key into it. But let's say I had a family. Okay, I come with my wife, with my children. How would that be? They would also be able to get the residence permit,
Of
I
course,
assume.
of
But
course.
what about? Do we have international schools here? Let's say if I had a child, and what about future career plans? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
We have here international schools they are already educating people in English language.
Yeah.
And when you're graduated from these schools, you can like when you graduate from a school here, an English school, like college or university, you can directly go to another country or European country or other countries that you have the right to work. I don't know the other countries' rules how you work there, but the diploma or the certificate you get from these schools, you can use them in the other countries as you like. Yes.
No, that sounds great,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
I mean, going here to school, enjoying your life here, and going here to school. This place literally, like,
Exactly.
I can't
We have-
stress it enough. It's literally like heaven. I mean, the weather alone, the sun, the vitamins you get from the sun, and it is a cure for depression, I could say.
Exactly.
And the calmness, the quietness, the tranquility, the way people are, I can really see why there is no crime. Basically, because you feel good all the time, right?
We feel
you don't
safe.
have anything that stresses you out.
Exactly. When you feel safe in your mind, you
Yeah.
feel safe. That's
Yeah.
it.
We talked about the payments and about how to pay, you know, the down payment and everything.
exactly.
But how exactly? Let's say I'm a foreign investor. I come from another country.
Yes.
How do I actually, proceed with the transaction? How do I do it?
When you buy a property in North Cyprus, you directly are paying to the company. So
Okay.
there's no one in between. So when you buy the property and you want to pay, as with the payment plans we mentioned before,
Yeah.
you directly transfer your money to the construction company, and the sales contract that you are made is safe with the laws of the North Cyprus.
So you're saying there's no possible way for fraud.
No.
So you basically can't be scammed or anything.
No, you can. There's no possibility.
You know, this is to me this is an important question because as somebody who comes from outside of North Cyprus, I would always question, oh, this is a country that I don't know. I don't know the law situation. I don't know the country itself. So this is basically like a security issue that I would be questioning, but not only for North Cyprus. Anywhere I go, let's say if I went to
As
Sweden
in-
and wanted to buy a property there.
As investors,
That's why I'm asking, right?
As investors, they always ask for safety.
Yeah.
Like safety of our money, safety of our investment, safety of
Yeah.
our children. I mean, it would be very good if I could find some investors from here who has already bought houses.
Yeah.
But, they're all happy with what I have done, what I've already done.
Yeah.
And they say, yani it's there will not be any other countries that I want to invest to.
Yeah.
After I see Cyprus, North Cyprus.
Great. I've heard something. The pandemic has changed the world a little bit. We went to a little bit of a more digital lifestyle. And now that cryptocurrencies are very popular, I've heard that it's also possible to, let's say, buy a property with cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or something like that. How does that work?
It wasn't very popular 2 years ago, just as you mentioned before the pandemic. But after the pandemic and the cryptocurrency raised up.
Yeah.
Nowadays, most of the construction companies are accepting cryptocurrency payments. So
Yeah.
there's no problem for paying in cryptocurrency.
Wow,
you can
that's-
directly pay with the cryptocurrency. No problem.
In the name of everybody who's watching us right now, I want to thank you for giving all those nice answers. But I have one last question. There are many people right now who actually want to invest in Cyprus, who are maybe a little bit, resisting because they don't know too much. What will be your last message to them? Why Cyprus?
The first thing I mentioned before was the property prices. We are selling here property that you cannot buy in these prices in any other countries. So this is the first reason. The second reason is the calmness, the safeness of the country. and the weather. And the last one, what I want to say is, we are not selling houses, we are selling dreams.
Oh wow!
Exactly.
That is good, because this place really is like a dream, and I'm not even exaggerating. People who have been watching Investo Global, they know that I say if I find something boring, I say that it's boring. But let me sum it up for you guys. This place literally is like heaven. It's calm, tranquility, no loud noises, unless you want to go to the city center, have a good nightlife, you know, go to the bars, go to the casinos, enjoy a walk at the, at the harbor. And the prices are very low. Even if you don't think of living here or coming here for a vacation, the best thing you could do is buy property here just to invest in it, because the return on investment is amazing. It's insane because as we talked about it before, it's between 8 and 12 years where you actually get your money back. You have a lot of different options to actually buy property. And yeah, I don't see a reason not to come over and buy something here in case you're thinking of investing in something. So yeah, again, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having us as Investo Global.
Such a nice conversation with you.
Yeah.
And we are very happy to guest you here.
Yeah.
I mean, we are waiting for you again to come to Cyprus, and maybe we make your dreams come true as well.
Thanks for welcoming us. Guys, if you're interested in buying property, if you want to have any information, make sure to check out the description box and contact us ASAP.